For those of you who don't know, our summer intensive is coming up next week. We've decided this year to make some significant changes to how we go about doing that intensive. Usually we have, for the past several years, we've rented a house on Saturna Island where we've sort of packed up everything and gone off into this house, and we've done a traditional sesshin. One of the things that has always really struck me about how we as Westerners practice Zen is how kind of broken up our engagement with practice is. In most Asian countries where Buddhism is practiced, there is an intensive residential form of practice, engaging with this tradition. And then there is what's the lay practice. And in most places, lay practice consists of making offerings, going maybe to some ceremonies a few times a year, and engaging in a little bit of meditation at your own home. And it wasn't really until Buddhism started to infiltrate North America and Europe, the West, where lay people who weren't monks, people who weren't sort of career practitioners, started to engage with the form of meditation practice. Training people for something like this, an event like this Tuesday evenings, has always proved a bit of a challenge, because it's like taking a particular section out, or a movement out of sort of a symphony, and trying to have people understand the whole symphony by practicing this one little part of the symphony. You know, we come in and there's this board on the wall that the Joko pounds as we start, and the incense offering is there, and there's clappers and there's bells. But everything about the form is kind of out of the context of a living day of practice, where this tradition, this form, comes from. So I'm very excited about what we're planning to do, which is, rather than going to Saturna Island, engaging in a 7-day training period at Zen West in Suk. Now, it's going to be pretty rough and rugged. Members are going to be camping out in the green space. We'll be sitting in the morning. There'll be a significant portion of work practice, which is called samu in the Zen tradition, formal meals, chanting, yoga, dharma talks, interview, and then we collapse into bed at night and do it all over again. Essentially, what we're engaging in is called seichu in the Rinzai tradition, a training period. And this year, as an experiment, it's going to be 7 days. I hope that we can do more of them in the future. But the most crucial aspect of them is this immersion quality. This opportunity for everyone who wants to engage in this practice to step into the whole symphony, to completely immerse themselves in this residential form. And this is where Zen practice really starts to sing. Lately I've been reading these articles, several people have been talking about it, and I've been talking about it as well, about how more and more this practice that we engage in is more and more divided up. Little bits are removed. Little bits are dissected and isolated from the greater context, because we like these parts and we don't like those parts. Corporations and big companies, all kinds of different places of work, the university itself, medical sciences, lots of people are starting to like meditation. Meditation for health purposes, meditation for focus, meditation for business effectiveness, meditation for martial focus, all these kinds of things. But Zen is a tradition of Buddhism. Like it or not, Zen is a tradition of Buddhism. And the school of Buddha, or what we call Buddha Dharma, is the tradition of awakening. And so from the perspective of Zen, all of these things, improved health, better sleeping at night, lower blood pressure, greater ability to focus, so on and so on and so on. These are all tremendously wonderful side effects of a fundamental practice of awakening from the perspective of the Zen school. And for hundreds of years, this form, this complete form, which includes everything from the moment that we wake up in the morning and how we wake up in the morning, through our morning service, through all of the bells and clappers and acoustic soundings throughout the day that carry us in a song, in a single fabric of practice from the moment that we wake up to the moment that we fall asleep at night. The whole form has been refined, clarified, tuned from generation to generation, from culture to culture, with a single focus, with a single intention of provoking, of catalyzing awakening. Now this goes beyond doing a better job. This goes beyond having a more healthy body. These things are all wonderful. But if we have a healthy body, and if we're making gobs and gobs of money, and we're still fundamentally deluded, we still suffer. Money isn't the solution to everything. Even great health just will extend your miserable life. The ability to fall asleep at night is only so great if you're troubled by nightmares. This practice that we engage in is focused on awakening, realizing our true nature. Each of these activities that we engage in when we come to the Zen Center, when we come to Zen West, rather, these Tuesday evenings, we take just a couple-hour break. Just a couple hours in a period of a week where hour after hour it's like we're going one way in a river, and just for a couple of hours we turn around and head the other way. We unplug from all the habit energy, from all the motivations, from all the influences that affect us throughout every other hour of every other day. Just for a couple of hours, we unplug and we sit. And even in that couple of hours, we sit around in a circle afterwards, and person after person talks about the impact. Oh, the next day is so wonderful. Oh, this practice has really helped me to transform. This is no joke. I say over and over again when I'm asked, why do I come here? What brought you here this evening? I say, I have not come across a practice as powerful as this for inducing transformation. And I don't say it lightly, and I don't say it to be quaint or mysterious. I say it because it's the truth in my experience. My vision, my purpose, my function as the abbot of Zen West is to create a place where people can come to immerse themselves in this practice 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My purpose is to create a place where people can give their lives to this practice, can give their lives to this activity of transformation and this activity of awakening. Now, this place of practice is open to everybody. There are activities for everybody. If Tuesday evening is a bellyful for you, then wonderful. Come on Tuesday evenings. You will always be welcome. If you want to dip in a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, you can do that. This is my hope, my aspiration. This practice, in my experience, is a bottomless well of benefaction. It is an endless source of transformation. And it is my hope that we can create this opportunity for people from all over the world to come and engage in this practice to the depths of their ability, as far as they want to go. And it starts next week. I mean, in a lot of ways it's already started. We've been at it for 15 years. I've been around for 18 years, I think, here. But this is the first opportunity where we step a little bit outside of the comfort zone as an organization, as individual practitioners, and even as a family. This is the space that my family lives in. And so we're going to engage in this practice of awakening all together. And this is our first time. But it won't be the last. And maybe this time it isn't right for you. Maybe this time you can't make the arrangements, or it's a little bit intimidating and scary. But consider if you like the tune, if you like the flavor, if you like what happens on a Tuesday evening outside of you in this room and inside of you in your heart. And I want you to feel this invitation. I want you to know that you are welcome to engage with this practice, with me as a teacher, and with this community in this practice of awakening to your heart's desire. You're welcome.